When the name Hilton comes to mind, many immediately think of celebrity Paris Hilton, but long before Paris graced the tabloids, her grandfather Barron Hilton was crafting an empire. Hi everyone, Ken here. Today we are uncovering the Bel Air mansion of Barron Hilton. Hit that subscribe button and let's explore this house. Born in 1927 in Dallas, Texas, William Barron Hilton was more than just the heir to his father's hotel empire and the grandfather to Paris Hilton. He was a man of many passions and successful business ventures. By the time he was 17, Barron had already earned his pilot's license, beginning what would become a lifelong love affair with aviation. But flying was just one of Barron's passions. After serving in the Navy during World War II as a photographer, he returned home to focus on his education and, more importantly, his burgeoning business ambitions. Unlike many who are born into wealth, Barron wasn't content to simply rest on the Hilton family name. Before joining the family hotel business, he ventured into a variety of entrepreneurial endeavors. He acquired a distributorship for Vita packed citrus products in Los Angeles, co-founded McDonald Oil Company, and even launched Air Finance Corporation, one of the first aircraft leasing companies in the US. These early ventures showcased Barron's knack for identifying opportunities and his willingness to take risks, qualities that would define much of his career. In 1954, Barron joined Hilton Hotels as vice president, and it didn't take long for him to make an impact. He developed the Carte Blanche credit card, one of the first travel and entertainment cards, which proved to be a valuable service for Hilton customers. But Barron's ambitions extended beyond the hotel industry. In 1959, he made a surprising move by entering the world of professional sports, helping to found the American Football League. He became the owner of the Los Angeles Chargers, a team he named after the charge cheer often heard at University of Southern California football games. While the Chargers struggled to compete with the more established NFL teams in Los Angeles, Barron made the bold decision to move the franchise to San Diego in 1961, where it became a celebrated staple of the city. Barron's tenure as the Chargers owner was marked by success on the field and innovation off it. Under his leadership, the team won 5 divisional titles and 1 AFL championship. Perhaps his greatest contribution to the sport came in 1966, when he played a key role in the merger between the AFL and the NFL, a deal that would eventually lead to the creation of the Super Bowl. Though he sold his majority stake in the Chargers in 1966 for $10 million, an enormous return on his initial $25,000 investment, his impact on professional football was profound, cementing his legacy as a pioneer in the sport. While his sports ventures were impressive, Barron's true genius emerged when he fully took the reins of Hilton Hotels. In 1966, the board of directors asked him to succeed his father as president and chief executive officer of the company. One of his boldest moves was expanding the company into Las Vegas, a gamble that paid off in spades. In 1970, Barron convinced the board to purchase the International and the Flamingo Hotels, which became the foundation of Hilton's presence in the Nevada gaming industry. Renamed the Las Vegas Hilton and Flamingo Hilton, these properties quickly became central to the city's burgeoning status as the entertainment capital of the world. He was instrumental in bringing world-famous performers like Elvis Presley and Liberace to the Las Vegas Hilton, with Elvis alone performing a record-breaking 837 consecutive sold-out shows. Under Barron's leadership, Hilton Hotels thrived, becoming the first hotel company listed on the New York Stock Exchange to venture into gambling. By 1972, the company's Las Vegas properties accounted for nearly half of its income, a testament to Barron's foresight in tapping into the city's growing appeal. Despite his success in the business world, Barron Hilton's life was not solely defined by his financial achievements. Like his father, he believed deeply in philanthropy. In 1979, when his father passed away, Barron inherited a significant portion of the family fortune, but a substantial part of the Hilton estate was left to the Conrad and Hilton Foundation, a charitable organization established to support humanitarian causes. Barron spent much of his life ensuring that the foundation would continue to grow, and in 2007, he pledged to leave 97% of his estate, an estimated $2.3 billion, to the foundation upon his death. But perhaps that is getting too far ahead in our story. Back in 1961, he purchased the Paley House in Bel Air. The 15,100 square foot residence had originally been completed in 1936 and designed by the prolific architect Paul R. Williams. As a side note, Paul Williams was a really interesting architect. He ended up designing over 2,000 mansions for the rich and famous throughout his career, which ran in tandem with segregation laws. Not being allowed to sit on the same side of the table as his white clients, he learned to draw and write upside down as he sketched for his clients across from him. That being said, this is one of those houses which was designed completely upside down. I just thought that was a really interesting footnote, but we can get back to our tour now. The grounds actually predate the house by a few years, though they were designed by the same architect. The pool, which was named the Zodiac Pool, contains an intricate mosaic depicting each zodiac sign in a starburst. Behind the pool house, a series of terraces leads down to the tennis courts. There are also a few other features scattered about, including a long reflecting pool, though because it is completely surrounded by foliage, it is best viewed from the inside. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and enter the house from the front door. The house is H-shaped in plan, with a long hall connecting each wing. We'll start our tour off with the dining room, clad in rich wood paneling, unchanged by the Hiltons for the days of the former occupants. Though this room was for formal use, let's snake through the wing, heading through the side doors. Eventually we'll find the breakfast room, with rounded walls embellished with intricate murals. This is where the Hiltons would have enjoyed meals when not entertaining. Next we'll head into the butler's pantry, which was considered somewhat passé by the time the house was built, but nonetheless very fashionable for the era. This connects to the kitchen with state-of-the-art appliances for the period, though more than likely a private chef would have been the one preparing each meal. Let's make our way back towards the main hall and begin exploring more rooms. We'll come across the same view of the reflecting pool in the sitting room, but turning around, we'll find a massive antique European tapestry dominating the wall below a perfectly fitted coffered ceiling. The fireplace in this room once again harkens back to Gilded Age design trends. There is also a library nearby, with bookshelves worked into simple but refined wood paneling. And though the study had been updated by the Hiltons with mid-century decor, it retained its painted wood paneling and marble mantel. Next we'll find the music room, fully embracing Art Deco design as was incredibly popular at the time the house was built. Barron Hilton passed away on September 19th of 2019 at the age of 91, and the house was sold just 2 years later in 2021 to a former Google CEO. Barron left behind an extraordinary legacy. He had transformed Hilton Hotels into a global powerhouse, pioneered the growth of professional football, and committed his wealth to improving the lives of others through the Conrad N. Hilton Foundation. His life was one of ambition, innovation, and generosity, and while the Hilton name is now associated with both luxury hotels and pop culture, Barron's contributions to business and society remain his most enduring legacy. What did you think about the house? In the words of Paris Hilton, would you say that's hot? Let me know down below in the comments section, and while you're there, make sure you're subscribed with that bell notification turned on so you never miss an exciting episode of This House.